Guess what time it is?
It's garden prep time.
So we really want to talk to you about growing or actually planning your garden for 2024 and how important it is, well, how important we think it is to grow your own food. So first we want to talk about why we feel that you should really look and consider growing your own food and getting out of the grocery stores this year. So I believe that 2020 got everyone in the mindset of prepping. So now this year for 2024, we're taking that to hopefully getting out of the grocery store pretty much 90% of the way, besides some of the necessities that we need. And it wasn't just the supply chain issues that we were facing or considering for us to be prepping, but also for quality as well.
Yeah, and also the health concerns that we just feel that we need to, take better care of ourselves and
know where our food comes from.
Know where our food comes from.
And what's in it.
No GMOs.
Right. One of the most important things I think when planting your garden to get out of the grocery stores is to make sure that you're planting what your family does eat. You don't want to waste all that space on something that's just going to go to waste or be fed to the animals. Not that that's a bad thing, you can plant for that intention, but if you're looking at just providing for your family, if you only have that enough space for just your family, make sure it's something you're going to eat. My tip on helping you plan your garden for your family to make sure you have enough for the whole year, or at least through the colder months when your garden isn't producing, is to look at all the 52 weeks of the year and figure out how many sides that you need. Let's say you eat green beans 3 times a night. You eat corn 2 times a night. You eat carrots 1 night a night, and Brussels sprouts, what have you. Whatever your favorite vegetable is, make sure you have a side for every night, 1 to 2 sides. So let's say that you eat green beans 1 night a week. So you need 52 jars of green beans to get you through the year, if that makes sense, or less, however much you're wanting to for your growing period where you're located. And then another thing is trying to figure out the yield that your plant produces. So let's say that you are looking at planting sweet corn. Look at the type of corn that you have and see what the typical yield is for how many ears are on a single stalk of corn. Now this year our plans are to finally build our kitchen garden with the spices and herbs that I use for the kitchen. We didn't get that done last year, so we're going to be planning on building that raised bed or that little area for that. And then also too, we are growing more medicinal herbs.
Yeah, I also want to mention about our garden. Our garden, we do a no-till garden. We use a BCS implement to create those garden beds. And when we prepare a bed, we actually use our power harrow. It's an attachment on our BCS. It just kind of agitates the top of the soil, so it just kind of gets down maybe 1 inch or so. So when we put our compost down, it kind of just puts that compost down into the soil bed there. Another thing to mention is our rotational beds, planting, as we use certain plants in certain beds, we kind of rotate each year.
And we got that from Elliot Coleman, which he's been a great resource for us for our garden, and he lays it out really nice for you to how each plant does a certain something for the row that it's in to prepare for the next plant that goes in. So you're also building nutrients into the soil and preparing for the next plant. So this year we're not planting our orchard, but eventually we will. But our farm does have a few great things on it that's already here, and that's wild blackberries, mulberries, and we do have some pears as well.
Also wanted to mention the natural herbs that are provided by the good Lord, and that is dandelion. Let's see, we got purple dead nettle, we have goldenrod, and what else do we have?
Plantain.
Plantain. Those are all great and wonderful herbs for natural remedies.
And we heard a while back that if you look around your property, that God's already provided for you what you would need in your location. So I really encourage you to get a book with the herbs and look around your yard. You know, people sometimes consider dandelions a nuisance or a weed, but it's very beneficial to you. So if you look up what you have, you'd be surprised at what you have around you to help you with colds, allergies. I think the plantain might be wound care, things of that nature. Don't quote me on it because I'm not a herbalist or whatever, but I really encourage you just to look to see what you have. And then what I did for the herbs for us this year is I looked at things that I might need for, let's say, inflammation, the colds, the sinuses, things like that. But last year, goldenrod really helped us tremendously. So also to consult a doctor before you take anything, because I don't know your medical history. So just to get that out of the way.
So another important aspect of our 2024 garden season is saving seeds. We just feel that it's necessary to save our seeds this year. You know, we just don't know what the next year holds, if the seeds are going to be available or not.
Right. I did have a favorite, excuse me. I did have a favorite cucumber a pickling cucumber that I had, and I went to order it the following year and it was not there. So seed saving is really huge for us this year. So if that's something you want to get more into, let us know. And also the herbs, I'd be more than happy to share with you what I'm planting this year. Now this isn't garden related, but I think it's very important to include as well. To get out of the grocery store for the need to grow, I think that also includes your meat. So we typically do meat chickens, and we get cow meat. So, and we also have goat meat here. We have meat goats. So this year we're also thinking about adding to our farm some pigs, and also meat rabbits, and maybe considering a cow or two to add to our farm. So if you can, I would consider looking into what would be best for your homestead to provide some meat for you and your family.
This concludes our part 1 of our Need to Grow series.
So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you can be notified when we upload our next video.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.
God bless you.
God bless. Guess what time it is?
It's garden prep time.
You gotta leave a space, Goon, because I gotta do the thing.
To get heirloom seeds, and they're non-GMO. We just want to know where our food comes from.
I literally just said all that.
I'll keep going. To save our seeds, just in case
a car comes by. Yeah, is that all I say? Okay.
We just felt that it's necessary to save our seeds. Just in case a car comes by.
Now, another thing I wanted to... Okay, some meat rabbits.
And some cars going by.
And some cars.
Hold on.
Another car. It's bucket.